The greatest eaters just climbed off of the bus ready for the 100th anniversary of the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest. The key players, Joey Chestnut and Matt Stoney. Matt Stoney upset Chestnut last year. They are the focus of today's competition.
They say that competitive eating is the battleground upon which God and Lucifer wage war for men's souls, my friends, and they are right. For this is a battle of the ages, a battle of the titans. Matt Stoney, barely more than a boy, who took down the 8-time world champion. Joey Chestnut, an eating colossus laid low on his own turf, and he's back to seek revenge and retribution and redemption. For 100 years, the faithful have made their pilgrimage across this nation to bear witness to greatness. For there is only one arena for humanity's ultimate test, only one crucible in which true heroes are forged, and that is Coney Island, Brooklyn! And I ask you, what greater gift has been given to the citizens of the world than to live in the United States of America in freedom? And we have stood together at this corner, at Surf and Stillwell, shoulder to shoulder as we have for a century. So it is, and so it always shall be. Let the contest begin!
International Hot Dog Eating Contest. The crowd is here. Everyone is ready. It's very close to the time to eat the dog. As the greatest contestants are back, there's Joey Chestnut, there's Matt Stoney. There, as we said, the focus of this day. And that is what they're focused on, the famous mustard belt. Can they come home as the champions and walk away with that? So,
celebration here all weekend long in honor of Nathan's 100th anniversary. And what celebration would be complete without a cake, of course? It's not just any cake. It's a 5-foot-long hot dog-inspired vanilla pound cake presented by Cake Boss regular Mauro Castano.
I'm a big fan.
Can have cake. We have a lot of cake.
Oh, send some of that cake up here right now. We're ready for that. Well, coming up, we'll have a special conversation with both Matt and Joey. And then the women's competition is ready to get underway at Coney Island. ESPN's presentation of the 2016 Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest is brought to you by Nathan's Famous. Nathan's Famous is celebrating 100 years of flavor and fun. Nathan's Famous, this is the original. And the principals, the guys you'll see the most of today, and their records where Stoney dominates when we're talking the past couple of years. Rich Shea had a chance to sit down with the defending champ, Matt Stoney, and, of course, 8-time champion Joey Chestnut this weekend. Take a look at the story here on Matt Megatoad Stoney.
Up, up, and up.
So when we come...
This kid Cincotti, I'm sorry, I don't even know his name. He actually did 42, so there's a real battle for third place today.
And, of course, as we've mentioned, Stoney and Chestnut both out of San Jose, California. It's a great tradition here, the introduction of the eaters, and it is that time. We go back up to the stage, and here is George Shea.
All hands on deck, batten down the hatches, belly up to the bar, do it, feel the burn. Fire in the hole, hold the phone, go big or go home. Game on, game day, game face. Never say never, never say die. Never give up, put up or shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time. Are you ready? From Chicago, Illinois, 6 feet 3 inches tall. He's a newcomer to the sport, and he says he is eating for love here today. Let's hear it for the big cat, Dan Cat. He is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert from Houston, Texas. 235 pounds, 65 inches tall, 32 years of age, Steven Schuster. He was first seen standing at the edge of the shore between the ancient marks of the high and low tide, a place that is neither land nor sea. But as the blue light of morning filtered through the darkness, it revealed a man who has been to the beyond and witnessed the secrets of life and death. He was buried alive under 60 cubic feet of popcorn, and he ate his way out to survival. And that is why we call him the David Blaine of the bowel, the Evil Knievel of the alimentary canal, the Houdini of Cuisine, Crazy Legs Conte! He has eaten 30 moon pies in 6 minutes. 24 hot dogs and buns. He is ranked number 17 in the world by Major League Eating. He's in perfect physical condition. In fact, if there were any justice in the world, it would be called Abercrombie and Dudzinski. My friends, from Phoenixville, PA, I would like to give you the great man. Let's hear it for Brian Dudlight Dudzinski! He is an intellectual, acknowledged throughout academia for his doctoral thesis, in which he proved that Thursday is the 4th best day of the week. An undeniably brilliant person, but one can't help but question the judgment of a man who butters his cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hillside, New Jersey, let me hear it for Marcos Owens. From Chicago, Illinois, he is a bodybuilder and a personal trainer. He is ranked number 13 by Major League Eating. He has eaten 14 burritos and 23 slug burgers. Let me hear it for Juan Rodriguez! He is the unstoppable ninja force at the center of all life power and an accountant. From Las Vegas, Nevada, ranked number 11 in the world. He is the spam-eating champion of the world. My friends, give it up for Rich the Locust Lefevre! Spam-eating champion of the world. From Seattle, Washington, 6 feet 4 inches tall, he is the spot shrimp and Native American fry bread eating champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, ranked number 12, Eric Denmark. In his second season in Major League Eating, he is already ranked number 10. He is from Zaria in Nigeria and stands 6 feet 9 inches tall. He has eaten 170 Hooters chicken wings and 34 ears of corn in South Florida. Let me hear it for the great Gideon Oji. He is from Oxford, Massachusetts. A physics PhD, a scoutmaster, a school teacher, and a father, and he recently entered competitive eating to bring some meaning to his life. 34 hot dogs and buns, ladies and gentlemen. And he is here today to try to break that record. Let me hear it for Jeffrey Esper! His jaw is ferocious, tongue is braggadocious, throat's an abyss, but his manners are atrocious. He's the core of the apple, the cap on the scalpel, dip in the dimple and the shadow on the devil, and elite cold Joseph, it was hot when you buttered it. Eat the word from your mouth before you uttered it. Eat every letter on the periodic table, eat the soup, eat the spoon, eat the bowl, eat the label. Killer cachet, the all-day buffet. Cream of the crop when the cream is creme brulee, and his lines of pure power link us up into the tower. Words, eat the nouns, cause it comes results and coward, cause he spits it like Yates, and he eats what he creates, and he stands at the table like Oranges at the gate.
Only with a bromide, slicker than
Low rider,
Takes the gurgitating
low rider,
When I breathe in the
aroma,
it puts me into a food coma.
coma,
B double O to the K-E-R.
K-E-R.
Eating all the cookies out your
Smith & Wesson. Out of nowhere, he knocked down 42 Nathan's famous hot dogs and buns. He has no respect for the world order. He wants to tear it all down with no regard to the consequences. And that is why we call him the Mutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mays Landing, New Jersey, let me hear it for Carmen Cincate, the future of the sport. He is not, as they say, book smart. In fact, if you ask him to name a country in Central America, he will say Kansas. But if you ask him to recite his 25 favorite foods in reverse order of preference, focusing primarily but not exclusively on Mexican and Italian dishes, he will not hesitate. Chicken tiki piki bakuziki pita flauta taco, orzo huevos marinara, osso buco empanada, antipasta bucatini, capicola poccatini, gnocchi mole sopressata, aquafazza muffaletta, panna cotta, pecorino, frutta misto, langostino, salsa verde, scallopini, tortellini. I ran out of breath. 25 favorite foods, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Yasser Salem. He ate 34 cannolis in 6 minutes. He ate 47 ears of corn in 10. Let me hear it for Yasser Salem! 33 years of age, 6 feet 1 inches tall, 200 pounds. He's the Acme oyster eating champion of the world. 42 dozen oysters in 8 minutes. He is also a gumbo and a po' boy and a crawfish eating veteran, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Morgan! Ranked number 4 in the world. Two years ago, on this stage, he asked his girlfriend to marry him. And then last year, 1 week before the contest, the wedding was called off. And then on the 4th of July, he lost the title of world champion. And he was beaten, and he was broken, and he was alone. And nothing that he owned had any value, and his thoughts had no shape and no meaning, and the words fell from his mouth without sound. And he was lost and empty-handed, standing like a boy without friends on the schoolyard. But then he remembered that he is Joey Chestnut. And there is a time for pain, and there is a time for punishment, a time for doubt, and a time for dominance, a time for forbearance, and a time for fury. And there is never, ever a time for submission. Ladies and gentlemen, the former champion of the world, here to take back what was once his, Joey Chestnut! 73 Nathan's famous hot dogs and buns. 2 weeks ago in Washington, D.C., 73 Nathan's famous hot dogs and buns, a new world record. He stands as a beacon to remind us all of the most elegant law in nature, that the young shall destroy the old in an endless cycle. And it is the brutality of the design that is his beauty. At only 23 years of age, he beat the 8-time champion of the world. And no one thought he could do it, but he believed he could do it. 200 piece, 100 182 strips of bacon, 62 Nathan's Famous hot dogs and buns, 21 pounds of pumpkin pie, the #1 ranked eater in the world, the Nathan's Famous 4th of July hot dog eating champion of the world, Matthew Stoney!
So those are the men.
Here comes a new and improved Joey Jaws. He says the loss last summer was a long time coming. He'd gotten complacent in his ways and needed to develop an entirely new method of doing things. So mentally, he says he's in the best place he's ever been. Physically, he's in great shape. He's been running 3 times a week and lifting weights. But more specifically, he's developed a training regimen where he eats in minute-long sprints, followed by breaks of rest where he allows himself to catch his breath. And he says this has really helped him to develop tolerance and capacity with the food. Matt Stoney, on the other hand, is coming into this thing calm, cool, and collected. He heard about those 73.5 hot dogs put down by Joey Chestnut in a qualifier. He says those numbers don't matter. He's put up those numbers before in qualifying rounds, and he's not been able to replicate them on the big stage. So he's not letting it psych him out one bit, guys.
All right. This is the time. There they are. 10 minutes of competition. Hot dogs and buns. Here's George.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is go time now, and just remember, every time a competitor eats a hot dog, an angel gets its wings. Count it down with me from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
It's the 100th anniversary, and we are underway. They're going to have to set a pace well above 8 to 9 dogs per minute right here in the early going. They're going to have to average at least 10 per minute throughout the competition if they want to get into that 70 range.
Yeah, they will. They'll come out really fast. We're not even 30 seconds in, and Chestnut's got 5 down. And I've never seen a crowd. I just want to say this at the top. This big out here in Coney Island. I've been out here for almost 20 years. And the NYPD and the 60th Precinct making this party what it is.
The temperatures today with bright sun into the low 80s right now.
Perfect.
It'll be warmer this afternoon as soon as they're done here. Head for the amusements, head for the beach.
All right,
9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Chestnut already to 10. Stoney 3 behind him.
He's looking at a 12-dog minute. Now, Chestnut's got the capacity. Stoney admits that. Stoney likes a quick contest. Hit favor a 6 or an 8-minute contest. Joey's always looking for those longer ones. 10 minutes is for us. 10 minutes is a long contest for us. And Stoney, oddly, with that speed, and Joey knowing that he's got speed, Joey must have retooled his game as he promised and picked up his pace a little bit.
Oh, it's a blistering pace that he's running right now. Just past the minute gone. He's 16 dogs into it. He is 5 ahead of Stoney right now. We'll see if we get to the end how that evens out, if it does at all.
Quite a field this year. As I said, we got a lot of guys looking for that 3rd place. A lot of money in 3rd, and these guys want it.
Still there.
Sincati's still there. There's Adrian Morgan on the left of the screen. Matt Stoney picking up his pace a little bit. Joey Jaws Chestnut, interesting, was first chair trumpet at Vallejo High School as a kid, and he credits his trumpet playing with his cheek's ability to expand. You know who else went to Vallejo High School? Who? Yankees pitcher C.C. Sabathia, himself a lover of food.
But to contribute
to win in D.C.
And some say he's part of the future of the sport as we see the champions begin to age a little bit. He may be one of those coming up behind Stoney.
He's amazing, and there's a whole group of guys really, right? You know, you think about, I remember Joey Jaws' first contest out here, he ate 32. That was stunning. This kid ate 42 to qualify. It shows you the difference. It's an arms race.
Chestnut is flying now. 5 down to 4 ahead of Stoney. And there goes Chestnut. One more dog. The separation moves ahead. 10.1 dogs per minute for Chestnut.
You know, that is a 100 pace ball, and that is...
Yeah, but we'll see that drop. If he could stay there, wow, we're going to blow the lid off.
We're already 3 minutes in. It's quite a pace that he's maintaining. These two guys so evenly matched. When you think about evenly matched athletes, you know, you think of Arnie Palmer and Jack Nicklaus, you know, Brady and Manning. You think of guys who mirror one another in their sport. Ryan Leaf, Johnny Manziel, and then, of course, Matt Stoney and Joey Chestnut, just evenly matched guys, and they're going to have a dogfight here today. But Chestnut really laying the hammer down right now.
Yeah, look at this. He has fallen behind. Stoney has 8 dogs now behind Chestnut. Chestnut is setting a blistering pace. We have little under 6.5 minutes to go.
So this kid came out with a lot of pageantry. Yasser Salem. I've always been fascinated by people who's named after municipalities like Orlando Bloom, John Denver, Alyssa Milano, and of course this man, Yasser Salem, one of our top performing competitors. Sincotti is what stands between him. Well, Sincotti and Morgan are what stand between him and third place. But he's holding tight right now at 17.
As course as we expected, though, Sincotti and Salem are well back in that battle that is actually for third place. It's still alive. But look at the lead. 8 dogs over Stoney. 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the contest. Chestnut is running away.
He's on an 80 pace right now. I'm happy to say it. It's unbelievable. And there's those cheeks we referenced.
Last year, you got to remember, we were talking 62 dogs won this contest. That, of course, Matt Stoney.
There's from Louisiana, born in Baton Rouge, lives in New Orleans right now, the Acme Oyster Eating Champion, age 39 to qualify, right there with Sincotti, really. Hard-boiled egg champ, a crawfish champ, a gumbo champ, but he's up here in the Northeast going after the hot dogs today.
As we approach the halfway point, Chestnut with 43. Remember, he set a record 2 weeks ago in D.C., 73.5 dogs and buns. Is he on that pace now?
Easily. He's on a faster pace than that, north of 80 right now. I don't know how long he can sustain it. You know, that beard is interesting. There's no shortage of beards out here in Brooklyn, but his is so utilitarian, so straightforward. I thought he might have shaved it when we knew it was going to be north of 80 today, because it's like a pair of Carhartts for the face. I thought it would slow him down and make him hot, but obviously a style statement. And of course, Matt with his wispy hair is a great stylish guy too.
Still 10 behind. 4 minutes 30 left to go. If Stoney's going to do anything, now is the moment. He's got to pick his game up. 47 for Chestnut. Sincotti sits there in third with 30.
That's really impressive by Sincotti. Now Salem and Esper going back and forth, trading punches. The Megatoad, though, what an eater.
Right at 4 minutes to go now.
He maintains a strict diet, fiber diet. I call it moral fiber. This guy's such a balanced competitor.
Matt Stoney, of course, when he arrives at the combination, as he goes through the 50 mark, Stoney, 130 pounds.
Unbelievable.
He's going to put about 7.5 pounds of hot dogs and buns into him during this day.
There he is from Boston, Massachusetts, Oxford, just outside of Boston. Jeffrey Esper, another guy, very much in the run for third place. But Sincotti, I think, is really the favorite now.
Now a 12-dog edge. Chestnut over Stoney. Just under 3.5 to go. Sincotti at 33.
You got Stoney and Chestnut, both north of 40. We haven't even ticked off 7 minutes yet.
Stoney is still very much in this contest at a pace right at 80 at this moment.
It's unbelievable. We've left the contingent world and entered the metaphysical, because I've never seen numbers like this ever in my life.
There's Chestnut. He continues, but Stoney, he's not giving up. I mean, he's hard on it. His pace is just slow. He's slow by almost 1.5 dogs per minute against Chestnut.
Well, you know, they say that you celebrate victories and you learn from losses, and Joey told me that he really learned last year that he had to come in prepared mentally and physically. He retooled his game, redoubled his efforts, and he's showing them the results of that discipline are on display here.
And he's changed part of his training style coming to this. He looked at everything that he'd been doing, erased all that, started with a fresh pace.
Well, yeah, he's also not the young man that he once was, you know. Tom Brady, you know, he had to change his game when he gets north of 30, 32, and that's what Gideon Oji.
Fourth place, 32. Nigerian, 6'9".
Yeah, and we said it last year that height is a benefit in basketball, but it's a detriment at the table, because the food has to travel further to get down to your stomach, and he's got to travel further to get to the food.
You got a longer storage area. All right, just under 2 minutes now. 1:54. Chestnut ahead. 60 dogs right now. He's approaching what was last year's winning number, which was 62. Stoney, he's not in the game as we go into the final seconds of this competition.
I'll tell you who's in the game is that kid Sincotti and OG as well, and Esper and all those guys. There's no Eater X now standing between them and third place. But the story is quickly becoming Joey Chestnut.
OG right now is over his personal best, which was 30 dogs. He sits at 34. Sincotti at 37, Chestnut 62. Last year's winning number now to 63. A minute and 16 to go. This is going for Chestnut, barring some sort of catastrophic occurrence.
It would take a reversal at this point, Paul.
And we've talked about in the rules, you may not have a reversal of fortune. That would change this contest, certainly.
It's unbelievable.
In the final minute.
15 hot dog margin in the final minute. He could get to a Nathan's record. 69 was the record on this corner. Joey looks like he's going to do it again. He will return to his rightful place atop the food chain. He is the Tyrant Lizard King, the king of Coney Island. This is not a democracy, Paul. This is one-man rule, and the ruler is Joey Chestnut.
30 seconds now to go. Joey Chestnut with 7. He's averaging still 7.1 dogs per minute. Can he get to the record? Can he get past it? Is he going to get anywhere near 70? 20 seconds to go. Chestnut well over Stoney. Stoney's not in the game. It's all about Chestnut. It's all about the mustard belt, and it's all about the record now. 10 seconds to go. He's got to get that one down. There we go with 69. Final seconds.
He got it.
And he got 70.
The most
he
hot
hit
dogs,
70.
The most hot dogs ever eaten on the corner of Surf and Stillwell Avenues by the greatest eater in the history of mankind.
Well, if he wanted to be inspired by last year to bring him to a comeback, there it is. Joey Chestnut, it's unofficial, but 70 dogs and buns. Stoney well behind with 53. Wow. We expected it to go a little closer. So the contest is now complete. Joey Chestnut is the champion. And shortly we will come back and speak with the winner of the mustard belt at Coney Island. Today's telecast is brought to you by Nathan's Famous, celebrating 100 years of flavor and fun. Nathan's Famous, this is the original. It's official now. Here's George Shea.
In second place, with 53 Nathan's Famous hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, last year's champion, Matthew Stoney. Last year, Matt beat Joey Chestnut and knocked him down. But there are no white flags in San Jose, and he came back stronger than I have ever seen before. With 70 Nathan's Famous hot dogs and buns, a Coney Island record, former 8-time champion of the world, the once and future king, Joey Chestnut! Hot dogs and buns! 70 hot dogs and buns!
That was a tough day for Matt Stoney. Heck of a day for this rookie Carmen Sincotti, and a record-setting day for Joey Jaws Chestnut, who put together his 9th championship out here in Coney Island.
And now, Joey is with George Shea.
You're here in Coney Island. This is your town. This is your neighborhood. You own this corner. How does this feel? Last year was a tough year. How does it feel to come back?
Oh, last year was rough, but as I was leaving, everybody was like, oh, it's going to make next year better. And everybody was right. This year, the best year ever, and coming back to Coney Island. And this audio, the crowd, it's amazing.
One question. Will you be back next year to give Matt a chance at the champ?
You know, he has a chance to qualify, and maybe he'll break a record in his qualifier. And, you know what, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rock on which he stands is not a rock. It is the United States of America. He has God's username and password, and he does with it what he chooses. He is American exceptionalism. He is America itself. Joey Chestnut! Okay.
The 100th anniversary is history. Join us again in 1 year here at Coney Island, Brooklyn. I'm Paul Page saying happy 4th of July to everyone. It's going to be a great 4th of July weekend. Thank you for joining us here at Coney Island and Nathan's.